Welcome back to Bazooka Kickboxing and MMA. Today's episode, powered by Perfect Sports Nutrition, is the real and proper way you need to prepare and condition your shins for your first no-gear fight. All right, today we're breaking down shin conditioning, and there's so many videos online that I see people talking about how they condition their shins. And to me, it's not really realistic. Let's be real. All the bamboo hitting, smacking with the bats, I've seen pop bottles being rolled up and down shins, kicking poles and trees. Does it really help? Maybe a little bit of numbing and the skin and the nerves, but at the end of the day, you need to kind of practice these realistic drills that are going to prepare you. At the end of the day, it's not all the time how hard your shins are, it's the timing you're throwing your kicks. If someone's blocking your kicks and you're kicking it, it's going to hurt. Whether your shin's conditioned for many years or this is your first fight, it's about timing of the kicks. But it's also about getting comfortable without it. And the big joke that we had here at Bazooka Kickboxing, it's like practicing drills with no shin guards. It's like going commando for the first time. It might feel weird, but eventually you get more and more comfortable with it. All right? So remember that one. So the first thing we're going to do here at Bazooka Kickboxing is pad work. Okay? When you start doing pad work, your shins are hitting, you're kicking, and that's the first part of conditioning. And if you're going into a fight, I'm sure you're doing a lot of Thai pads anyways. Now, there's different pads that are stronger, softer. The really soft ones I would kind of avoid. You can find nice, medium balanced ones, but you don't want to be damaging your shins. If my shins are being cut or bleeding or scraping from the pad work, it doesn't really make sense, okay? Then I can't train on it the next day. It's all about accumulating the damage, not over damaging it where you can't train either, okay? So I'm going to just say pad work first, but let's go into the more important one for me, and that's heavy bag training. Now, everyone's always talking about running and how important running is, but at the end of the day, why I like bag work on top, one, you get conditioning, two, you're working on actual fight concepts, and three, you're sharpening and hardening your bones. So with Matt holding the bag, the key here when you're conditioning your shins is hitting on different angles, okay? So I like to use my heel as the reference. So sometimes my heel is, horizontal. Then I might throw up kicks. I'm coming down. I'm hitting the bottom of my shin. Now I'm hitting the top, just under my knee. So you notice I'm kicking on different angles here to now sharpen my shin. So the side, the front, the flat part, the blades cutting down, below shin, high shin. So constantly hitting different parts of the shin, different angles, is going to give you that nice feeling of hitting on different angles, okay? So that's one of your best ones. And finding a nice bag, again, that's a little bit more firm. You don't need something too hard and too damaging where you can barely kick it. You still want to be able to kick with good power and intensity, and that helps you out. Now, just like anything too, whether you're doing your pad work or you're doing your bag work, if you just come off of the street and all of a sudden start hitting the bag, it's kind of like they're sore, they're sensitive, so you need to warm them up a little bit. So light pad work, light bag work, then you got to develop some big power rounds where you're really damaging and cracking those shins, okay? So that is just basic ones, right? You don't have to sit at home banging out, kicking the Thai trees. You don't need to go find all these crazy things, okay? Will it help? Like I said, maybe, but these kicking drills are going to help you a lot, okay? Now, the next step we're doing is, honestly, doing drills without shin guards is the #1 thing you should be doing, okay? Now, one of our favorite things, when are you going to use your kicks in your fight, is versus punches. Punches versus kicks. So that's one of the beautiful drills to start. Matt throws the jab, I chop the leg. 1, 2, I go underneath, and I'm just getting used to being able to kick with my shin, just hitting different spots, getting used to no shin guards, and just touching. Now, the beautiful thing is too, right? Not only am I practicing the timing, right? Once you take shin guards off, you're going to notice you have to land with the right part of your shin. I don't want to land with the flat part of my shin. So if I'm wearing a shin guard, I might be kicking wrong every single time. So by having the feeling of me, feeling the sharp part of my shin landing, where am I landing it on Matt's leg, that all helps you. That all prepares you, right? If I'm hitting with the flat part of my shin, and then I hit the first time here, second time here, third time here, that's not real good tactics for bare shin guards. Yes, you are maybe preparing your shins for timing and for the damage, but at the end of the day, you not only want to prevent damage on your shin, you want to inflict as much damage as you can. So this drill helps you find the angles of your kicks to be able to do the most damage on your partner. Now, same thing with Matt. Now, you're preparing for bare shins, so I reverse the drill. Now I do it to Matt. So on top of preparing my shins, Matt starts preparing my legs because I need to take leg kicks on a bare shin, right? So this is a good conditioning drill for your shins and your legs for bare shin fighting, right? No gear fighting. Take and give at the same time, okay? Now, one of the more important ones, okay, when discussing this video, Matt actually brought this one up, and we notice when someone's really uncomfortable, right, we like to do block and counter drills, right? It kind of gets somebody out of the big fear. So even if I'm throwing a jab or punches and Matt kicks, okay, it's very light, okay? But that little bit of that light touch here just lets me get comfortable. Then if he throws a left kick, okay, boom, just gets me comfortable blocking with my shins, feeling. It might not be hard, okay, but it's enough for me to feel the bone impact happening, okay? Boom, and that's just enough here, okay? Now, at the end of the session, you should be able to look down at your shins and not see these big swollen bumps, right? Nice and red, and then next day you continue, you repeat. Put those rounds on the heavy bag. Even if it's your pad holder, you're throwing 100 kicks on the pads, that's all gonna help you. But like I mentioned, the most important things you need to remember when preparing for bare shin fights is the timing you're gonna throw your kicks, the timing you're gonna throw the shins. If you're just gonna sit there and start kicking arms and kicking elbows, yeah, there's a good chance your shins might not be ready for it, okay? Now, the big example of, you know, the Weidmans, the Anderson Silvas, now, those guys are very well-conditioned shins, but what ended up happening? Timing and technique, right? So no matter how conditioned they are, timing, technique are going to be your best friend with bare shin guards. Now, and usually, I'll be honest with you, your first fight, say this was my first fight and Matt's first fight with no shin guards, usually what's going to happen is there's not going to be a lot of throwing. Or if Matt throws a kick, I'm going to try slipping more than blocking with my own legs, right? The thought of blocking a hard low kick with my shin scares people a lot. So every time I see new fighters fight with no gear, it's always trying to slip and move, which is fine, right? But as you get more advanced, having to be able to block with the shins, good timing, good technique are what's going to shave your shins at the end of the day, okay? And it usually takes, and remember, most fighters, ask any fighter who's fought with bare shin guards, the whole fight in preparation, you're thinking, how bad is this going to hurt? How bad is this going to hurt? So doing all these drills help. So I remember going into my first pro fight, and then all of a sudden, actually, my first pro fight was only the second time I fought with no shin guards. This was for a provincial title here in Canada. I just remember waiting, and then after I landed that first low kick, I was addicted. I was hooked, and I never wanted to wear shin guards again because I was able to feel my shin land on that meat, and it was perfect. So from that moment, I ended up becoming known for my low kicks and my low kick finishes because of that addictive feeling off of that first kick, okay? So hopefully you have a similar experience because once you get to go commando with no shin guards, it becomes a very good feeling. And this is when real martial arts happens. Kicking with shin guards, let's be honest, it's kind of fake fighting. You can throw it with as much confidence as you want. You take them off, this is when real game plan strategies. Look at the Thais do it in Thailand. It's one of the most beautiful, playful sparring you'll ever see, all right? So I hope you learned a lot from today's lesson. Like, subscribe, share to Bazooka Kickboxing, and make sure you support the channel. Make sure you support Perfect Sports Nutrition, all linked below. Use code Bazooka20 to get 20% off. We have Hayabusa with these sick gloves. Going to Hayabusa Fight, also linked below. And last but not least, bazookatraining.com, which is the Bazooka Kickboxing curriculum taught by me, where we have about 150 archived videos, and I give you 4 brand new videos every single Monday morning, okay? And the 4 videos include bag workouts. We have home workouts, tutorials, as well as sparring drills, all in a curriculum, all in a system. I teach you the little concepts here, but like I just mentioned, oh, punches versus kicks. Yeah, you can go to the channel and learn punches versus kicks in detail and in depth and add it to your style. This is the appetizer. The main course is at bazookatraining.com. All right, we'll see you next time here. Like, subscribe, share. We'll see you at bazookatraining.com. Welcome to Bazooka Kickboxing and MMA online training. I'm Bazooka Joe Valtellini, the owner here at Bazooka Kickboxing and MMA. Over the past year, I've designed and created a website to teach Bazooka curriculum at home and across the world. The purpose of this website is for you to, one, hit your fitness and health goals, all while learning world-class martial arts instruction from me. The beautiful thing about this website, it's geared for all levels. So if you're learning martial arts for the first time as a beginner, we help you progress into the bigger stages. And if you're a pro fighter, guess what? We have different fight concepts for you to improve your tool set and your skills in the ring or cage. As the fastest rising kickboxing world champion and a lifelong martial artist with over 30 years of experience, I've been able to combine my passion for martial arts and teaching to create this website. This website's gonna give you some of the tricks, secrets, and inside look at some of the training I use to win my world title. Once you subscribe to this site, you're gonna be getting weekly training videos and tutorials that you can do from anywhere. The sections are broken up into 3 parts. The first is bag workout. So if you have a bag at home or at your gym, you can use these workouts to supplement your training. The second is at-home workouts. A lot of us don't have the room for a bag or a bag in general, so these workouts are for no equipment needed and you can do them anywhere. And finally, the tutorial section. If you're having any problems with a specific technique or fight concept that's covered in any of the workouts, go to the tutorial section, learn the technique, and then go back to the workout, and this time, do it with proper technique. One of the added benefits once you subscribe is the forums section, where you can get a more personalized experience where you can ask questions and I'll be able to go in there and answer them. It's all about building a team and a community of martial artists helping each other grow. So subscribe now to get access to all the videos plus more so you can be part of the squad here at Bazooka Kickboxing and MMA.